there's another section. After the regular printing technique, then I add, like I said before, colors. I color the images with the pencils. So we are going to start with the traditional black and white darkroom technique. This is the first image. This is the title of this image is Primordial Scream, and to me, as a very as a sound, I really feel like it's as a sound to it. To me, photography has always involved other sensories, other senses, not just visual, even tactile.
A sound in this one, you mean like, because I see the line and sort of the division in the middle of the composition, and it almost gives me the idea of something falling, falling down. Is that sound what comes to mind? Is that sort of what you're thinking of? Like,
to me, you see that interpreting art is always a very personal thing, and I never want to get into that very personally, because art is beautiful because everybody brings their own experience, and the viewers have their own experience, and so it affects them in different way than they might affect me. For to me, that line, it's a scream in the void. It's almost a very lonely picture. That's what it is for me. But you see, I explained it. Now I ruined it for you. So
well, you brought up the other sensory experiences that one has when working with photography and looking at photographs. So it was just a question. I just was asking out of curiosity. It's also good to be able to contextualize a piece through the artist's eyes as well, so
every interpretation is the correct one, each one of them. Exactly. I'm serious about it. Okay, this is another one. This is actually this is the title of this is Primordial Block, and some time ago, just for curiosity, I realized I actually measured the white areas and the black area, and they have exactly the same dimensions. It was really weird when I realized that. So this is another one.
Yeah, two separate pieces to a puzzle that you can continue to figure out.
Exactly. I have seen this kind of work in paintings a lot. When I see things in walls, to me, this is a miracle to find this kind of things in something that has been, it's fortuitous. It's, something that happens by chance. So it's,
very much so. There's beauty in its simplicity. So yeah, it's nice.
Yes. Here we have another one. Let me go a little farther away, and then I'm going to get closer.
I think we can see it. Yeah.
This was actually mold.
Oh.
It was black mold on a wall.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I would have never thought someone would make mold look beautiful.
There's beauty in everything.
That's incredible. It was black mold. Where did you find this black mold?
It was in Vernon, an industrial area southeast of Los Angeles, and you find all kinds of stuff there. So this is also in Vernon, actually.
Okay. That's fantastic.
This is the title of this is of pre-fascist ideals.
And this entire series is actually.
My wife's laughing.
Sorry?
Excuse me?
No.
My wife is laughing there.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was actually saying that we forgot to mention that this whole series, the title of Found While Lost is a great title that I'll have to ask you to explain to everyone too, if you don't mind.
Well, no, I don't mind. It's Found While Lost. Well, first of all, every artist, every photographer searches. I mean, we search for whatever you want to call it, beauty or great images and so on. And there's always, sometimes you have that feeling of loss, because especially in this portfolio, it was a very frustrating portfolio to find exactly the right walls. They had to be perfect. So there's that, but also, like in many artist projects, there's more than one meaning. Why do we create? We create. It's our subconscious, or our being, inner being. It's trying to tell us something, and creativity, art is a very healing thing. The loss that it's common among human beings is the thread that unites us too. So Found While Lost, Found While Lost is it's let's say, now it's hard to answer exactly, but it's exactly that. It's trying to cope with that feeling of loss in a creative way. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That makes perfect sense. And you are the artist, so it is simply for you to answer for the reason for the choice to title the series. And it clearly shows from the work you've already sort of shown us how this has been a complete exploration of you and of your practice, and also sort of your surroundings as well. So it's kind of like interesting to see that you chose found objects, or found walls, shall we say, as the subject too, you know?
Yep. I'm gonna keep going. Okay.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, here we have another one. I don't know if you can see well. Okay, this is a sepia toned image, selenium and sepia toned image that then I brushed with a chemical called potassium ferricyanide, and it creates these rusty hues. And this is a technique that actually I didn't discover. I realized I wasn't the first one to have discovered this thing, but I thought I was at the time when I did this portfolio of kitchen gadgets that you have seen before. And so I reapplied this technique in this image and some others actually. So this is this one. This is untitled.
No, it's fantastic. They're all so beautiful.
It's a shame that unfortunately the lighting and the quality of the image of the camera, because the beauty also of these images is it's the subtle tonalities of the paper. It's really beautiful. I really like it, and yeah, I'm sorry that we're not all in the same room.
That's difficult to see online. We get a very good impression of it, but it's difficult to see some of that, the tonality and the texture of the work itself.
Correct.
But I guess that leaves it to, to the imagination, and allows for people to really experience it once they get it, so.
Oh, we have a little problem with stray light here. Okay, this.
I'm not sure why it's on me here. Let's go back.
Okay, the title of this one is The Man with the Good Heart. This is a homage to my brother, actually, because he was okay. What this picture is actually, it's a black settlement that fell off a tire that I washed, and it created this pattern on the ground. and to me looked like my brother was a scuba diver.
Oh, yep. I see.
Mask they used to wear, and the man with a good heart is because he was always saying, because the doctor, they always found that he had a great heart that was pumping very few times a minute, and so he was always bragging about it. So he's the man with a good heart.
That's a great, I mean, that's a sweet dedication to your brother. It's very
Yeah.
touching. I don't know if you'd want to sell that. I think you should hold on to that one.
Why? Let me see. Okay, this, I hope you can see it well, because I love the tonalities of this image. Oh, let's see. No, it's like this.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
This is, one of those when they paint over graffitis, but then there's something else happening there. This mold again. Love mold.
Yeah, no, it seems like there's 3 or 4 layers to it, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I see something in the background, sort of another plane dividing the foreground and the background, and then what I imagine is the mold is in the front, sort of that black line in the front.
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's fantastic.
Okay. Here we have this image that I don't know if you can see it, but when I printed this negative, I was really mesmerized by the silvery quality of the image. Was very lots of high key tonalities, and that was enough for me to include it. And then recently I was really looking at the image, and then of course, we all have been we have had the image of Donald Trump burned in our brain, and I started to see his hairdo and these weird eyes and the trickle stuff here. And I said, okay, that I like it even better now. And the title of this is a Gangster from New York. Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay, then
Good for you to have a little bit of humor in this series.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you see, the thing is that the images that probably they don't have much humor in it, but you want to offset that with probably the title sometimes.
Yes.
So you don't just create darkness, but also a light humor.
Yeah, the balance. You need a little humor in the darkness.
Yeah, you need a tension of opposites.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
That one is incredible. Now that looks, I mean, it's hard to see from here. Wait a second. I'm sorry. I think it keeps switching back to me. And
Do you want me to move the print?
no. I was just making sure you had. Oh no, it keeps switching back to me here. Sorry.
What? Oh, is it?
What? Just making sure you're. Oh, why does it keep coming back to me? I don't know. Oh, there we go. There we go. Not sure why.
When I get closer, I'm going to show a little bit
Yeah,
of detail. Let me see if I can. Yeah. I don't know if the lens can do that, but
we can see the details.
yeah. Yeah, this is probably the one that you can really see this from a wall. You can actually see this one. And so then let me see. This is a little more. This is about texture and tonalities, really. This was shot actually in Italy, in my hometown, Ravenna.
That is definitely an exploration of textures and yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that. I
Definitely
actually, in this one, you
abstract.
can actually, is the first one, you can see the tonalities really
Yeah.
well. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yep.
And then we have this. I went back so many times to shoot this image. I don't know if you can see. It's a musical score, actually.
Oh, yeah. You can see it faintly, but you can see it, yes.
Oh, really faintly? Let me see
Yeah.
if I can. Let me get closer first.
Yeah. Now you can see it.
So what happened? I went back so many times on this wall, hoping that nobody had destroyed this, because I really couldn't take, because it was hard for me to take a picture of it, because it was in a very high density, I mean high traffic area, and the sidewalk was very narrow, and I couldn't get wide enough, I mean far enough, because it was dangerous. So I was always hoping I would go there in a time where there was not much traffic, because I was obstructing traffic there. So so that's finally it happened.
And do you know what the music score is of or anything, or no? It's
Well, I asked a friend of mine.
yeah.
I don't know if he's here. Paul Viapiano is actually part of the Los Angeles Philharmonic, and he told me, yeah, actually, it's a score. It's not a very good one, but it's actual music. So yeah. Then yeah, we have this one. This comes from the same wall.
Oh, wow. That's the same wall as the score?
No, it's a different thing. This is these are just drops of it's the water that trickles, and the calcium makes this white I don't know how to call them, but this white
The white
sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, lines, exactly.
Okay.
This is a very beautiful print. I'm sorry, but I'm patting myself on the back, but it's a really beautiful print. Yeah.
Yes, it is well done. You should be proud.
Thank you. I am. Okay, here we have this image. We talked about it in the preview last week. And I went back. I told you that this was the title got inspired to me by Bulgakov book, and I couldn't remember the title. And it's The Master and Margarita, which is a fantastic book. So this image, I called them Behemoth was the name of the cat.
Okay.
That was actually the devil in the book. So this is what happened when I saw this, and I thought the title would fit nicely.
Sure. Yeah, I get it. I see. I can see where the cat comes into play.
Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, this is the last one of the black and white. And this is, the title of this is Lost ID.
Lost ID?
Yeah. To me, it's like a passport picture or an ID picture, and it's completely featureless, and it has, it's playing with the words. You play with the words. It kind of reminds me, actually, this image itself. It reminds me of a photograph in the Talking Heads in a Talking Heads album, Fear of Music, and I actually like this image a lot. Very much.
I think it's a good title. The Lost ID. I mean, makes you think of 3 or 4 different things: the physical act of losing an identification,
Right.
what happens, or just also losing your
Losing
identity.
identity.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we start with the colored images. And so this is untitled.
Wow. This one's untitled, and these are also from walls. No.
This was a sheet of metal. It was all rusted up, but actually
Do we lose him?
red, of course, and greenish. I don't know if you can see the color, but it's supposed to be green on the good side, yellow green.
Yellow green. It comes across as a little bit of a more of a grayish hue, but that could just be the computer.
Could be the light. Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is another one.
Yeah. It almost looks like a torn piece of paper in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. True. Let me
Yeah.
get closer so you can see the.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see that. It makes me think of a little bit of Rio Bell, but that's from a little, I know it's
Mhm.
not the same, but that's immediately what I thought of when I saw that piece. So yeah. Why does it keep coming? I don't know why this keeps coming.
Is it because I just had notification here that my internet is unstable, so I don't know if it's me.
If it
Okay,
keeps
this is
coming back
another
and
one.
forth, okay.
I don't know if you can see it well. I don't know if you can see the colors.
Well, this one you
I'm
see more
afraid
of
you
a
can't.
whitish.
Excuse me.
It's more sort of a whitish.
Yeah, let me see if I can do this a second, and probably it's gonna take the color better because the color, I really like the color in this image. And
I see a little bit of purple and blue and yellow as
yeah,
well.
yeah, but in fact, the way the I layer colors in these images, I don't do just one color. It takes a long time to color these images. I do first one layer and then another layer. Usually for one area, it's 3 or 4 layers of color.
And how long does that take you, that process?
Oh, sometime up to a week for a print, because these are 16 by 20 prints. They're pretty big, and so it takes time. It takes time. That's why one important thing is that the colored images are an addition of 3. The black and white ones, they're an addition of 6, because I don't want it gets incredibly boring to do more than 3 of these. I mean, it gets, it becomes almost heartless. It's, it's always the same. So I don't want to go through that.
Okay.
Okay, so here we have domesticated.
Oh.
This is very subtle color.
Yeah, very subtle, but you still see it. It's good. That's the distinction. It's sort of that one also, I see a bit of a greenish tint to it.
Correct. Yes. This as the background is green. Well, called background.
Yeah.
It really isn't, but yeah. So domesticated. The meaning of domesticated is that this again, it's one of those what they do to cover graffitis. So in a way, it's domesticated. It's sanitized. I could have had titled is sanitized, but domesticated is more. It's more critical, let's say.
Yeah, or fresh start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we have this one.
And that color is, I'm seeing a sort of a black.
Yes, I'll get, it's because unfortunately the quality is, if I get closer,
Oh yeah,
you'll probably be able to see the colors more.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of color here. Yeah, I don't know. The title of this is America.
America?
America. Yeah.
Wow. It keeps, unfortunately, Domenico, it keeps, I don't know why we keep losing you. It keeps coming back to me. And I think it might.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, it's totally fine. I'm just just wanting to make sure that everyone can actually see the work and isn't just
Okay.
looking at me.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the last one. Actually, no, it's not the last one. Let me show this one first. And I hope this is the one that I framed, and the reflection might be a little bit. Oh, okay.
That's not, yeah, we can still see it. I mean, you see a little bit
Very
of the reflection.
kind of foggy, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
better. It's just tricky because of the glass and the reflection.
That's
with the
right.
light, so
I know the glass is
But
always.
it gives we get the impression, so that's good.
Yeah. Well, things have changed for me here. Oh, okay. Okay, here, this is Soar No More. It's
Soar No More. I that one I see clearly. The red is very powerful, so that
yeah, it is. It
looks
is.
striking and beautiful. And then you have it's sort of the figure that in the middle it's gray with a mix of sort
It
of
actually, it's a blue. Okay, now probably you can
bluish
see.
gray.
It's a blue. Yeah, this was meant to, this is colors of the flag, and plus it's a looks like a bird to me. I'm sorry, I will poetic license. It's an eagle. By yeah. So that and hence the title "Soar No More" after the what we have had in the past 4 years. So yeah.
Okay.
And I wanted to show the difference between this one and the original one, just printed without being colored. And this is the original print
Oh, without the color, yeah.
without the color. Yeah,
It's a completely different piece without.
it's a departure. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
pretty strong departure from it. Yeah,
Yeah, I see that.
it's I was lucky because it took some time to find the right pencils for this technique, because once you sometimes pencils, they cover the photograph, so all you have it's color only. And I found these pencils, these Swiss pencil Carandache, they actually give extremely bright colors, and at the same time they're transparent. I don't know how they do it. They are wizards. They're extremely expensive pencil, but they are just fantastic, just stellar.
Because I was going to ask if you were using like an oil stick or an oil base,
No,
something
they just
special for it.
pencils, color pencils. Yeah.
Good to know. So now I think that everyone's seen the new work, and I'm wondering if you want to talk for a few minutes now that we still have some time left. If you want to continue talking about your Italian series and maybe
My which one? I'm sorry.
Your Italian series.
Oh yes, of course. Lingering Past. Yes.
Yes.
Well,
should I pull it up on
sure.
screen?
Yes.
1 second.
Absolutely.
Okay. While we talk about it. Here we go. There we go.
Here we are. Okay, if you can start. Okay, from the start. Okay, so these are images that I took in my trips to Italy, going back to my own country, and it was a time in my life when I was going through a lot of turmoil, and so I was seeing things in a very subdued way, as you want to call them, sad, or whatever. And so what I at the time I was using a lot of large format cameras. For large format cameras are cameras they use big size negative. In this case, I was using 4x5 cameras, and 4x5 inches negative, meaning. And the camera that I was using mostly was I can't see myself anymore for some reason. Is there? Can you?
You can't see yourself anymore?
Yeah, I can't. Is that important?
Well, you should be able to see yourself. Can everyone? I think everyone
Oh,
else.
okay, here I am, but I don't see you.
Okay, no, I can see. I can see you. So
Okay, okay. So this is that I use the most, and at the time I still am fond of this particular lens. This is a 160-year-old lens. It's a Petzval lens, and it has a beautiful quality. It renders a very sharp images in the center of the image, and the edges of the photograph are blurry and soft. And at the time, that was really perfect for me. I have really enjoyed a lot using this camera and this lens particularly. So I traveled throughout Italy, um, finding images, looking for images, and it took this particular project took about 3 trips. Not about. It took 3 trips to Italy, and I've been very lucky because I've been very successful. I mean, this portfolio has been very successful, and I have really enjoyed. And of course, it was a great experience to shoot, uh, especially in Venice. Venice is a city that has its own character and its own magical. Yes, like this image, San Mark
I
Basilica.
couldn't resist. I had to bring that up.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Actually, thank you, because I wanted to talk about this image because it's hard. Okay, this lens. Okay, actually, you know what? This image wasn't taken with that lens, but it was almost nighttime when I took this picture, and so I had to prolong the exposure. And if you see the people here, they're blurred. So that indicates that the shutter of the camera was open for, actually, I think it was open for about 2 seconds. So the people that are closer to the camera create the most blur. And it gives this big turn of the century quality that then the sepia tone accentuate. And I really like the way it was framed. It kind of fills the image, the paper nicely. So this is San Mark Square, of course, San Mark Square with San Mark Basilica in the background. And I remember at the time actually was on the left side. Unfortunately, I had to cut it a little bit because they were restoring that area. It was unsightly. There were, all kinds of people working and so on. It didn't really fit into the mood, but it came out pretty good.
No, it's quite striking, and I love the fact that you have the focus on the basilica, and you can see a fair amount of detail, but yet the people seem to be in transition. It almost feels like they're moving. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Absolutely. And also the the position. Just for one second,
okay.
if you can, please. Also, the position of this girl feeding the pigeons, it fit perfectly. I mean, I think if she hadn't been there, the picture would have not been as effective. She had the nice weight on that portion of the image.
Yeah. I know it creates balance between the foreground and the background. Yeah. Now, which other ones would you like to focus on?
Well, I could always, let's talk about this one, Fisherman Monopoly.
Okay.
This was taken in southern Italy, not far from where I was born. And it's this Monopoly, it's a fisherman town, village. It's a beautiful place. And this has to do a lot with memories for me. I'm talking about, talking about my grandfather used to be, he probably lived most of his life in the sea. And I wanted to create some kind of somber mood in these images. Now, what you see, the three, in fact, the title is Fisherman. What you see here, that they look blurred, actually they're not blurred. What I did in the print, I actually burned okay, when I say burn, I gave extra exposure to the three figures here, to the three men, so that it would look blurred and dark and moody. And I really love the placement of windows around them. It just creates a nice mood.
Yeah, you feel the weight of them, with the black cloud around them. It's sort of
Yes.
this daunting weight of a long day.
I come from a dark family.
Okay.
Okay, so
Where should we continue on to? One of these
let's
beautiful
go to Humanity. This one over here, the one on the left, the river. Yes, this was very close to my house in Ravenna, in northern Italy, and it was practically night. I mean, it was nighttime. There was just a little bit of light, which created this beautiful effect, soft and eerie and moody. And it actually, with this image, it made me want a grant, and I'm very thankful for that. It's just a very dear image to me, and I tend to print it always small. I love small images. Although I also have printed big, but to me my favorite size, it's a very small 4x6 or 4x5. It's just a beautiful, intimate picture.
To give it that vintage quality almost, because that's
Yes. Well, with this one, I use that lens, and it just gives you that beautiful feel. And let me see if you can scroll down a little. Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay. This one, at the fish market, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yes, this was the last picture that I took in the trip in Venice. It was the last day. It was almost dark again, and I was lucky actually to be able to freeze the flight of the seagulls. And I was so lucky that they took this, that their position were in this kind of composition. It was like, this is luck. Okay, this is luck. Pure photography. There's a lot of luck in photography. Then the editing, it's a different thing. But the moment where you click the shutter, I think every photographer would tell you that it's a lot of luck. It really is. They're gifts. They really are.
It's beautiful. You captured the moment. You managed to do it. It's also dedication and patience too, as well. I think it requires a lot of that. So should we look at which one? Waiting for the Ferry?
Whatever you prefer. I mean, is there anything that okay, this one, perfect. Waiting for the Ferry. Yeah, I just actually, from this picture, I was tired. I sat on a bench, and but I took this picture quite a long time ago. This portfolio. So I still had a lot of energy. Even when I was tired, I was still trying to look for images. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to do I'm able to do that anymore. But so I sat, and there were these people in front of me, and then there was the background of the basilica, and so I took the picture, and it came out well. So And yes, Venice has given me this beautiful somber mood. I stayed 5 days in Venice, and just I would wake up at 7 o'clock, actually six o'clock in the morning, in order to be out at 7 o'clock, and I would come
So what? Oh,
at
we lost you.
nighttime, and I was always walking and shooting. So it was very intense. It was very intense, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
So I think we might have time for one more, if you want to pick the final one to end on.
Okay. Is this it? Is there any other underneath? Is there anything else?
We've got more.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, let's do Pine on Gravel Road. This the
Okay.
pine.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, this is a shot that I took in Ravenna, close to Ravenna, very close to Ravenna, and this is why I like simple images, simple composition where there are 2 or 3 lines and one item and 1 or 2 item. I mean, just so that your attention can really focus on the image. When it okay, now I've done a lot of street photography, and that it's a completely different beast because there's so much stuff in the images. This large format photography really gives you the time to stop and analyze the picture, and it's lofty. It's just it's a Zen exercise, and this definitely is one of my photographs that I really like. Pine on Gravel Road, absolutely.
No, I think it's a
printed it
great
so
one.
many times.
I think it's
Yes,
a great one to end on, because it was one of my favorite ones that I saw of the collection that I've seen.
Oh yeah.
You know, I have so many favorites, but this one in particular stuck out because it sort of, I feel like it kind of embodies both the abstract exploration as well as a little bit of the more figurative with the simple tree. But as you were saying about the simple lines, I think it's great how you have literally the meeting of both a vertical and a horizontal line at sort of a vanishing point, which is very cool to notice. Well, I'm going to stop sharing the screen and then get back to everyone here and say, now just to say thank you to everyone for joining. I'm not sure why now it's focusing on you, Domenico, but thank you everyone for joining. And I wanted to know if anyone had any questions before we finish for Domenico, or if they wanted to ask me any questions and put them in the chat. Feel free.
I would like to say hi to Domenico.
Hey Marco,
I love you.
love you too, dude.
What amazing.
What is it?
And I think it's,
I missed it.
I said that your work is beautiful. I've always loved it. I've known you for forever. The question is, to me, I mean, for you would be, in terms of your older work, who was your inspiration of photographers at that time?
Okay, first of all, Christina, Marco is an incredible photographer. He is an amazing, amazing photographer. And to answer to Marco's question, Alvin Langdon Coburn, he was, I had one book of Elvis Langdon Coburn, but every single day for probably 2 years, I would study his images because they were so tasty. They were just, again, photography doesn't stimulate just one sense. It was just this beautiful tactile experience, and it just fills up your being with beauty. And yeah, Elvis Landon, of course, Stieglitz also, but Coburn was definitely the man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Well, thank you,
Very
Mark,
welcome.
for joining. I
Yeah.
appreciate it, and
Good.
hopefully, well, I'll take a peek at your work. It's one of these days, I guess, since
Good.
Domenico has a very, he has very high standards, so he would only recommend ones that are really good.
It was really funny though, his accent, being from Italy, and I was born in Italy as well, but I came out here when I was 3, and I don't have his accent at all. And I
Well,
love his accent. I love it.
my
That's
accent makes my work better.
all. I know. That's a bummer. Damn. I got to work on an Italian accent. Ciao bello.
Ciao, bello.
Well, again, I just want to say thank you everyone for joining, and I'm going to put my email in the chat here for everyone in case they have any questions for me or want to follow up about anything. And I also wanted to say thank you for Domenico for walking us through everything today. It was a
Thank you, Christina.
great experience as always to talk to you and to see the work. I hope one day we can actually all be able to see it in person. But in the meantime, this will be sufficient.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Thank you. Thanks to everybody for watching this, and thank you, Christina.
You're very welcome.
And
It was a
MVG
pleasure.
Gallery, definitely.
Yes, of course. And VG Gallery and Ulm, of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Good man.
Thank you all. Have a good
Thank-
afternoon.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Ciao.